The Detroit Lions season has been like a dream. Finally, a team brimming with talent, creativity, and an unstoppable offense. Fans were even daring to utter Detroit and Super Bowl in the same breath without being laughed out of the room. But here we are in Week 15, and just as they were riding high on an 11-game winning streak, the nightmare scenario emerged again: injuries. In their 48-42 loss to the Buffalo Bills, the Lions watched as their defense crumbled under the weight of yet another round of injuries. First, it was cornerback Carlton Davis III with a jaw injury. Then cornerback Khalil Dorsey was carted off with a gruesome ankle injury. Next, defensive lineman Alim McNeill, fresh off recovering from a concussion, hobbled off the field with a knee injury. Head coach Dan Campbell didn't sugarcoat it. "I don't feel good about either of those guys," he said. "If I'm saying not good, it's not good for the rest of the year." Despite these setbacks, Campbell refused to make excuses. He said, "We didn't play at the same level as that team," holding himself accountable for not having the players ready. And yet, the numbers don't lie. The Lions' injury list was already stuffed with defensive stars on the sideline: Aiden Hutchinson, Mekhi Wingo, Malcolm Rodriguez, and a whole host of others, totaling a dozen key players on injured reserve. Meanwhile, the Buffalo Bills were on fire. Quarterback Josh Allen threw for 362 yards and 2 touchdowns and ran for another 68 yards and 2 touchdowns, leading his team to 498 total yards. The Lions' defense simply couldn't keep up. Trailing by 10 points, Campbell took a risk with an onside kick attempt, a move some fans deemed reckless. But it was a bold, and perhaps telling, sign of his dwindling confidence in stopping the Bills' offense. The gamble didn't pay off, and Buffalo scored quickly, extending their lead to 17. But the Lions refused to go down without a fight. Jared Goff threw for 494 yards, with 5 touchdowns, even pulling off a hook and lateral play and a touchdown pass to an offensive lineman. It wasn't enough, though, and the Lions fell short. Despite the loss, Campbell remains optimistic. "What are we going to do about it? Are we going to sit there and feel sorry for ourselves? We're going to bounce back and go to Chicago," he said. For a franchise still seeking its first Super Bowl, the road ahead remains focused on winning games, not worrying about what's missing. But with so many injuries piling up, the question lingers: at what point is too much? Too much? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to keep up with all the latest. Your support helps us keep bringing you the best content. See you in the next video.